Morrill Worcester has been running this wreath-making business in Columbia Falls, Maine for 42 years. Back in 1992, Worcester had a surplus of wreaths and a great idea about what to do with them.
As a boy, I won a trip to Washington, and one of the things that I saw was Arlington National Cemetery, and I just never forgot that. And then when I had those wreaths left over, I said, geez, you know, it would be nice if I could maybe place them on the graves of the veterans.
So Worcester headed to Arlington National Cemetery to lay 5,000 wreaths.
The first 14 years, nobody really knew about it, and it was a family gift to the military. That you know, I said, we'll always do that, and we always have.
In 2006, a Pentagon photographer published a photo. Donations poured in, and the nonprofit Wreaths Across America was formed. Karen Worcester is Morrill's wife.
It's not unusual to have the phone ring, and he'd pick up the phone. They'd say, "Is this Morrill Worcester?" And he'd say, "Yes." And then the person on the other end would begin to sob. And they just could hardly get out. Thank you for remembering.
That's the face of freedom right there.
21-year-old specialist Dustin Harris was killed by a bomb in Iraq in 2006. James Trout is his grandfather.
Most of our men and women after 9/11, they had a commitment, and that's what Dustin had, a commitment.
Now Trout is also committed to serve as a volunteer.
It's a circle of life, really. It's around, and it's got a nice red bow. It's just a symbol of life, and that's what it is.
Now more than 100,000 volunteers are placing wreaths at 800 veterans memorials and cemeteries, ending on Saturday at Arlington.
When you think about that kind of impact, you don't say, wow.
A man of few words, whose work speaks of remembrance, sacrifice, and honor. Michelle Miller, CBS News, Columbia Falls, Maine.